41 days left to the end of the splits challenge. Today, I nominate the first gentleman to participate in this challenge. Who is it gonna be? Let's find out. Namaste, yogis. It's Goga, kinda like yoga. 2 years in the game, 78 postures later, it is clear hip openers are the big boys or girls in yoga. From sitting ones, lunges, squats, goddesses, hamstring stretches, including the inversions. With this foundation, I'm convinced that we are ready to take a 90-day journey towards the mother of them all. They call it Hanumasana, monkey, or as most of you know it, the splits. Enjoy the ride. Day number 49. So for 60 seconds, Namaste yogis, let's say that you can do some jumping jacks. So this is very good, just to be able to start firing up, the body, inhaling and exhaling so that you can jump as high as possible. Trying to get that nice work on the entire cardiovascular system. Make circles, then gently see whether you can start slowing down, stop the exercise. The next posture you're going to do are some kick crunches for 60 seconds. So with your right leg you kick and tap your right hand, with the left you tap, so you keep alternating sides, and then try to keep the body as straight as possible. This is a very good exercise just to work the core. Very good because you can literally feel it burn the abs, as you do this. Try to keep a straight spine as much as possible. I'm trying so they can make circles here, maybe semicircles. So you can say that you can move towards the right, towards the left. About 30 more seconds to go. Inhaling and exhaling. And this is good because one of the things I've realized also, there's a bit of progress, especially on how high I can lift and kick the leg, which is pretty nice in terms of progress on this day number 49. 41 days left, guys. 41 days to go. Who am I going to nominate this day? So then you can gently do the last circle and stop the exercise. Shake it out. And then let's do some butt kicks for 30 seconds. So that you can kick your butt with your heels. You can even quicken them as much as possible. You can make circles. I'm trying to rotate here. Then so that you can make anti-clockwise circles, but just ensure that you're massaging your palm here with your heels. Oof. About 10 more seconds to go here before we stop the exercise. Trying to keep the chest as straight as possible, so we're keeping the hands on the chest. Then gently release, take a rest. The next post we are going to do skipping without rope. Ooh. So see whether you can skip without a rope. This is very good to just work on the entire cardiovascular system. And then see whether you can land on the balls of your feet, and then you can even make any movements you want to make at this point, just to be able to feel that what it looks like. Today I'm going to nominate the first gentleman to join me on the split challenge, where he can pick a day of his choice and see what they can make out of it. Who is it gonna be? Stay tuned just to find out. So keep skipping here without the rope, feeling that nice heart rate going up. A few more seconds to go here. Keep skipping. Oof, this is a lot. My heart is already pumping so hard right about now. And then gently stop the exercise. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Inhale. Releasing that excess heat. Now we can start our stretches. Good. Now from here, so that you can pull your left heel towards your left buttock. Just be able to stretch the entire left quad. So this is the first quad stretch of the day. Trying to keep the body straight as possible. The knees pointing down towards the ground, and the chest is elongated as it faces the front here. You can even get wall support on the right leg, on the right hand, just to see what that feels like if balancing is a bit of a mess. And then let's see whether we can switch sides. So find a quad stretch now on the right side. So you grab your right ankle, then pull your right heel towards your right glute. And then just stay here, keeping the chest straight as possible, the knees pointing down towards the ground. And then just stay here, inhaling and exhaling. And then you want to keep the chest open as much as possible. And then when you're ready, release. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Take a rest. The next what you're going to do, you're going to come on to sitting, and then so that you can lie down on the mat, and then let's do some lying leg abductions. Then inhale, you straddle your legs wide. Then exhale, you bring them back in. So you do this for about 30 or so seconds. Inhale, open. Exhale, bring them back in. Inhale, open. Exhale, bring them back in. Inhale, open, feeling that nice stretch. Exhale, bring them back in. So you keep doing this, feeling that nice inner stretch of the thighs. You bring them back in. Inhale, widen the legs. Exhale, bring them back in. Inhale, straddle. Exhale, bring them back in. Keep doing this for a minute, and just to be able to feel that stretch. So this actually helps get the mobility of the legs, so that when we start working on the middle splits, you can already find a very good range of motion when it comes to this particular stretch. Maybe straddle and hold it for a while, and then make sure you're flexing your toes and just feel that stretch here. Very nice, beautiful stretch here. Inhaling and exhaling. If you have a wall, you can actually place your legs against the wall, and then when you're ready, hug your knees in, come into sitting. Oof, catch your breath for a bit. The next pose you're going to do a wide leg hamstring stretch. So straddle your legs as wide as your mat, and then let me give you a back view here so that you can bend halfway. Otherwise, keep your palms pressing down towards the ground. So you want to feel the entire hamstrings are stretching right about now. Otherwise, you can come into pasarita, where you bend your elbows slightly and bring the crown of the head down on the ground, and then stretch your hands forward, feeling that nice deep stretch. This is a very beautiful posture. It's also an inversion, so if you have high blood pressure, you want to avoid this. Otherwise, you can bring your palms, press your palms, and then just support that entire weight of the upper body on the ground. Inhaling and exhaling. Prasarita Padottanasana A. About 30 more seconds to go here. You can make it count. I can even say that you can grab the sides of my feet and come into Prasarita Padottanasana D, where you grab the sides of the feet, wide-legged forward fold, and you can still bring the crown chakra down or just keep it up there, and then gently so that you can release by coming halfway first and then reduce the distance between your legs. Now come into a lunge, so take your right leg back and then bend your left knee, and then you want to come into a lunge and then so that you can lift up and come into full crescent warrior. So the back foot is on toes, and then power through that back foot. Keep the front knee at 90 degrees and just stay here, reaching your hands tall, feeling that nice stretch. Your torso is straight, and maybe drop your head back, bring your palms to touch and gaze towards your thumbs, and just feel that amazing stretch on the legs here as you find the crescent warrior. And then so that you can bring your hands to your heart center, and then so that you can take your right hand down, left hand flies up, and find a spine twist here. And then keep looking up towards your left thumb as you find that twist. You're rotating your torso here, and then maybe bring your hands down from here, and then see whether you can turn your back foot flat, and then see whether you can take your left hand and then interlace it with your right hand under your thigh, and then stay here, bound side angle. And now see that you can reduce the distance by walking your right leg in, and then start rising up and come into bird of paradise. And then you can either stay with your knee bent or stretch that leg towards the left, feeling that nice stretch, rising like a bird, and then drop it down and see whether you can release. Now take the left leg back, bend your front knee, see whether you can find crescent warrior on the right side, and then keep the front knee bent, the upper body is sinking, the hips even lower, and then gaze towards your thumbs in your prayer hands. Back foot is on toes, and then feeling that nice lunge and stretch on the entire leg muscles here. And you can keep bending the knee 90 degrees just to be able to feel that stretch. And then when you're ready, so that you can bring your hands down. Now twist and take your right hand up, left hand presses down, gaze towards your right thumb and find that nice twist. And then when you're ready, so that you can find bound side angle, interlace your fingers under your right thigh. Back foot is flat as they normally do warrior 2. Look up, and then when you're ready, so that you can reduce the distance, close in, and then so that you can rise up very slowly with your right leg bent. And then once you find a upright stance, so that you can stretch that leg towards the right bird of paradise. And just stay here, then gently come down very slowly, and then shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Now the next posture you're going to do, take your feet slightly wide, almost as wide as your mouth, then turn your right leg forward, and then open your wings, and then hinge forward and so that your right hand can grab your right ankle, and then the left hand flies up. Triangle pose, Trikonasana. Keep looking towards that left hand, and then maybe so that you can take that left hand across your back and bring it to your right hip crease, and then find a twist in this triangle pose, and then gently release. Shake it out, shake it out. Let's switch sides. So you turn your left leg forward, hinge with your left hand grabs your left ankle, and then open your right hand up towards the sky, gazing towards your right thumb. Otherwise, take that hand across your back, bringing it to the left hip crease, and find a bind or a twist here. And then stay here, gazing forward, and then maybe come up once again, and then see whether you can find a twisted triangle. So take your left hand outside your right, and then switch sides. You can keep twisting, finding this twisted triangle posture. Very good also just to be able to stretch the hamstrings, and you can make it playful as much as possible as you prepare for the next posture. Oof. This is very good, just be able to feel that stretch and then gently release. The next poses we are going to do goddess pose. So take your feet out wide, Charlie Chaplin, like that, and then lift your heels like a ballerina, and then start sinking your hips even lower, and then so that you can stretch your hands forward and then open into cactus or goalpost arms, and then so that you can cross those hands, bring them down, creating a spider shape here. It is Scorpion season, it's still my birthday month. This is a credit to all the Scorpios in the house. See what this looks like. This is just a variation of goddess pose, but it's also very artistic, just trying to bring in that nice artistic look. Otherwise, stay on goddess. This is very good just to fire up the entire legs, and then when you're ready, release the heels down. Oof, shake it out, swing from side to side, and then so that you can lean towards the right side, come into side lunge on the right side. Feeling that left leg stretch, flex the foot, gaze towards those toes. Trying to keep the chest straight a little bit here, and then maybe so that you can lunge towards the left, feeling the entire right leg stretch into side lunge. And you can keep moving, so that you can move very controllably, maybe the hands off the ground, ninja squat. See what that feels like, and then gently release. Oof, come into sitting. The next posture we're going to do the hands moving forward. So make sure your sit bones are grounded, and then start walking your hands towards your feet, and then bring them back up. Oof. So you keep doing that for about 30 seconds. Feeling that nice stretch. You want to pull your belly in as you do this, and then you come up very slowly and intentionally. Keep doing that until the 30 seconds run out, and then come back very slowly. Moving with intentionality in the practice. Oof. It's a lot, but it's very good just to also massage the hamstrings here. Gives it a very nice stretch. And then just stay here for a bit. Now the next posture we are going to do a forward spine stretch, but you're going to bend your let's bend our left foot, left leg, and then bring the foot to press against the right thigh. And then so you can reach forward and grab the entire right foot. And then inhale, open your chest, exhale so that you can bow forward. And then just feeling that nice stretch. And then you want to feel like the back is rounding very nicely. This is a very good posture, by the way, in case you have lower back pain. This is one of those postures that can help relieve the lower back pain. And then stay here trying to keep the left knee as close to the ground as possible, or on the ground as much as possible. Otherwise, if bending is too much, you can just gaze towards your toes. Flex your toes and just gaze towards your toes. And then work on bending your elbows slightly, and then just melt completely to the ground underneath you. That's total surrender in the posture. And then gently start coming up very slowly. We switch sides. So you bend your right leg, pressing the right foot on the left thigh, and then try to keep the right knee on the ground as much as possible, and then reach forward towards your left foot. And then so that you can bow forward. Inhale, open the chest. Either stay gazing forward, other so that you can bend your elbows and melt even more towards the ground, rounding the back very nicely, feeling that nice relief on the lower back. And just stay here, inhaling and exhaling, gazing towards the toes. And at this point, I'm ready to nominate the next participant on the splits challenge for content creators. My nomination today, or my nominee today, is Terry Fitness Official. Terry is based in the United Kingdom. He's such an fitness, enthusiast. He does amazing videos. You can check his channel out. He's my nominee to pick any day of his choice in the split challenge. And then gently release, come into a lunge, bending the front knee, left knee in this case, and then so that you can lift the back knee off the mat, then press your hands on the knees, and then start making pulses here. Kneeling lunge pulse on the left side. So you want to keep sinking your hips down on the ground as much as possible. Just be able to bring in that bit of stretch on the thighs. So Terry Fitness, I wish you luck in your rendition of any of the days of this challenge. Pick a day of your choice. Make it what you want it to be. It can be short, it can be as long as you want it to be, and then share it out with me so that I can share it to my community during the premiere or on my live stream on any Wednesday. Okay? Best of luck, bro. Keep sinking your hips even more, just to be able to feel that nice stretch on their hips. And then maybe find stillness in this posture. Chest is straight and up. And then gently release. Now we switch sides. So take your right foot now forward, and then bend your front knee, and then so that you can lift the back knee off the ground. And then when you're ready, start the pulses. So you want to start finding pulses here. Kneeling lunge pulses on the right side. Remember, the knee has to be directly on top of the ankle. Just protect yourself from injury. And then keep the upper body straight as you find that stretch. You can even feel the stretch on the quads, especially on the back foot, leg rather. Just keep sinking the hips down, maybe even twist and trying to see that you can be artistic here, inhaling and exhaling. Oof. This is intense, but keep at it. Keep at it, because this is literally the posture. This is the way to go. Keep sinking the hips even lower as you find that deep stretch. You can even release your hands on the side of your body, like the way we normally do horse rider in the sun salutation or the Surya Namaskar. And then just stay here in stillness. Then when you're ready, release. Take a rest, straighten that leg a bit. Oof. The next posture you're going to do is downward facing dog. So come into downward facing dog, bend one knee at a time, and then from here we are going to set up for a very deep opener. So kick your left leg up, then bring your left knee where your left wrist is, and then adjust your left shin to be parallel to the mat in front of you. And then so that you can support your upper body by bringing your left hand on your knee and the right hand on your foot. And then see whether you can be able to bow forward, bringing your palms down on the ground. And then release the tops of the back foot down on the ground, coming into pigeon pose. And then when you're ready, you can even stretch your hands forward and prostrate yourself on the ground underneath you by bringing your head down on the ground. Feeling that nice stretch from the fingertips to the hips. And then sending that breath to your hip joint. Otherwise, you can always choose to stay with your forearms down. Now, say that you can bend the back knee, and then with your left hand, say that you can grab and pull that heel towards your glute, feeling that nice quad stretch on the entire right leg. And just stay here, gently release, take downward facing dog. Shake those legs out just to bring blood back to the flow. And then right leg flies up. Then bring the right knee to your right wrist, and then adjust your shin to be parallel to the ground, about 90 degrees or 85, that will be good. The idea is to see that you can grab both your foot and your knee, and then say that you can bring your forearms down. Keep pressing that leg down, sending breath now to your right hip joints. Oof. And keep adjusting it, and maybe hold that foot into place, and then stretch your right hand forward. Melt your head towards the ground. Let the ground support you right about now in this moment. Inhaling and exhaling. Still keeping that intentionality that is your breath. It's your most powerful tool as you hold this posture for about 60 seconds. Inhale. Exhale. Then gently release. Now say that you can bend the left knee. Grab the left ankle with your right hand, pull that heel towards your left glute, and then open your chest, feeling that quad stretch on the entire left side of the leg. And then when you're ready, release the posture very slowly. Bend one knee at a time. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. The next posture we are going to do frog pose. So, but this frog pose today, you can either choose to do the one we normally do on the ground, but today I want you to do the modified version of frog pose. So go next to a wall, and then take your feet out Charlie Chaplin, the way we normally do frog pose, like that. And then make sure the feet are on the same line, and then start walking them away from each other. You'll instantly start feeling that nice stretch on the inner thighs and the hips. Keep your tailbone down on the ground as much as possible, and then you can rest on your hands and just stay here. Now the challenge as you stay here for the next 1 minute is to see whether you can keep walking the legs away from each other, just feeling that nice stretch on the entire hips. Oof. But keep sending breaths there. You can also straighten your hands above. So as if you're doing frog pose but upside down, but because now you're facing the sky or the ceiling. And this is actually a better version as compared to the one where we normally lie on the ground, because in this case your knees are not getting so much pressure as the original frog pose, which we normally do with our knees down on the ground. So just stay here, keep sending breaths to your hips and your thighs, which are screaming right about now, and then gently release by walking the legs towards each other. Shake it out, and then gently come into sitting. Now straddle your legs as much as possible until you feel like they can no longer move. And then from here, we're going to do like a side bend while here. So say that you can bring your forearms down first, and then see whether you can keep taking those legs as wide as possible. You can even support your chin, whatever works for you, or you can even stretch your hands forward until your head comes down. But the idea is to just be able to stay with that sensation you can feel on the entire hamstrings, legs, inner thighs, hips. This is a very intense stretch. Either stay with your forearms down, or start walking those forearms forward, bringing the forehead down towards the ground. Others just gaze forward and just stay with that sensation. Inhaling and exhaling. Oof. This is the point I normally, like 1 minute is not ending because I'm timing myself here. And then gently so that you can release by coming up very slowly. Keep the straddle legs, but then what you're going to do, you're going to do the dynamic half split side bend left. So you're going to like bend, let's start with the left. So bend the left leg and then take the foot towards the back, and then keep the right leg fully straight as if you're doing a split just on that leg. And then from there, bring your right hand on your left knee and then stretch your left hand above, feeling that nice side bend on the entire left side of the body. And then you can keep hinging towards your right foot. Just be able to feel that stretch. If this is too much, you can always get a strap just to like tie around your foot and then hold on to the strap. Otherwise, you can stay here feeling that entire side stretch on this bend. And then the right hand keeps pressing on the knee. About 15 or so seconds to go. Oof. And then when you're ready, so that you can release. Now let's try the other side. So you bend the right foot, bring it towards the back, then stretch the entire left leg as if it's doing a half split. And then now bring your left hand on your right knee and then keep stretching your right hand above, feeling that nice side bend on the entire right side of the body. Oof. This is a lot. Keep stretching, feeling that nice stretch. Inhale and exhale, feeling that nice side bend. Day number 49. Oof. Keep twisting, feeling that nice stretch, maybe for a little bit more. Maybe gaze forward if it's too much on your neck. I think you can even gaze down and see what that feels. And then gently release. Oof. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Then stretch your legs forward. And then see whether you can lie on your back. Now hug both your knees towards your chest. Squeeze them tightly towards your chest. Give yourself a hug. And then take your elbows inside your knees. Grab the sides of the feet. Knees wider than your rib cage, come into happy baby pose. You can rock from side to side to massage your spine here, inhaling and exhaling, just to feel that nice stretch. Oof, happy baby, Ananda Balasana. Balasana means baby in Sanskrit. Ananda means happy, so happy baby. So keep pushing the knees towards the armpit. Make sure your tailbone is down on the ground like the way mine is. Now stretch your right leg forward and then come into half happy baby. So now you want to keep like pressing the right thigh down on the ground and then keep pushing the left knee more towards the left armpit in half happy baby. Oof. Maybe switch sides. Take half happy baby on the other side, the right side. Press the left thigh fully on the ground, feeling that nice stretch as you keep pushing the right knee more towards the armpit. And then gently release. Stretch those legs forward, palms facing up. Take Shavasana, deep rest. Thumbs up for the practice. Namaste, guys. Just stay here, rest, and let the ground support you. Namaste.